From the Newhouse Studios at Syracuse University, welcome to the ACC on ESPN Halftime Report. Alongside Jake Marsh, I'm Drew Carter. Here at halftime between Syracuse and Cornell, game number 2 of our doubleheader today. Earlier, the SU women opening up the season with a comfortable win over Morgan State, 95-58, Jake. An impressive final score, but a slow start for the Orange.
Yeah, Drew, plain and simple, Syracuse just couldn't hit their shots, both in the paint and from deep range.
But SU picked it up as this game went on, thanks to the fresh new faces. 3 5-star recruits on the roster, Jake, one of them, Digna Stroutmane.
Stroutmane from Latvia started off slow, but how can you blame her? Her first collegiate game in the Carrier Dome atmosphere, that's a lot to handle.
You did see Gabrielle Cooper there missing a three-pointer, expected to be the leader of this team, Jake. She was invisible.
The lone returning starter for Coach Q's team. As a sophomore, that's a lot to handle for Gabby Cooper.
One player who was great, though, was Isis Young, Jake. In her first game in a Syracuse uniform, she was fantastic.
Isis Young transferred from the University of Florida and had to sit out the entirety of last season due to transfer rules, but that's quote-unquote super fan of a year really helped her in her that first game because she saw the court, and it helped her a lot.
And the fresh faces were really impressive, Jake. They're going to have to be this season if Syracuse wants to continue the success it's had in the last few years, losing a ton of leaders from last year's roster.
You lose Alexis Peterson, Brittany Sykes, the quote-unquote America's best backcourt. That was the running joke here on the Syracuse University campus. But you have the new faces with Mukagahia and Stroutmane. They can really step up and help. And then you look over to the men's team. Tyler Lydon, drafted in the first round by Denver. Andrew White and John Gillen also going. That's a lot to handle. So who has to step up? Give me Tyus Battle, Franklin Howard, also guards. They need to play a big role for Jim Boeheim's team.
Welcome back inside the Newhouse Studio on the campus of Syracuse University. I'm Noah Eagle, and here with me on the ACC ESPN Halftime Report, Sean McDonough, SU alum. Thank you for taking a break from the action, hustling over here from the Dome.
Yeah, I have good speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was a little faster when I was here on the campus 100 years ago. I had to dodge the dinosaurs
You
back
have a 40
then.
time from back then?
I think I was timed with a calendar on the way from the Dome to here.
Fair enough.
Excited to be with you. Noah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us again. And earlier tonight, you presented the 2017 Marty Glickman Award to Mike Tirico, another SU alum, your predecessor, Monday Night Football. What was that like for you to present that? You did a great job, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. I think I appreciate that very much. The fun part for me is that because it's Marv Albert, Bob Costas, Beth Mowens, me, and now Mike, the 5 Marty Glickman winners, I was happy that it was Mike because I am still the tallest winner of the Marty Glickman Award.
Certainly it's going to be tough against Syracuse on a 4-game win streak. We'd now like to welcome in Sean Cameron and India Timpton calling today's game this afternoon. Guys, heading into postseason play, Syracuse looks to continue to ride its hot streak. How big is the momentum heading into the postseason tournaments?
Oh, Zach, it's huge, right? India, how else would you want to say that? I mean, when you win 4 games in a row, right, you have to be feeling good about yourself, really playing your best basketball of the season.
Most definitely. Confidence can help you win games just as much as it can help you lose games. So if you're Syracuse, you're feeling great right now.
Tonight, Syracuse hosts Virginia Tech as the Orange looks to remain unbeaten in the Carrier Dome this season. Meanwhile, the Hokies looking for a 4th ACC win. From inside the Newhouse Studio, welcome to the ACC on ESPN pregame show alongside Dominique Patrick. I'm Drew Carter. Later on, we'll take a look around the conference and at the Orange's struggling bench. But Dominique, first, let's start with how dominant this SU team has been at home. What's the key to Syracuse's home court success so far?
So honestly, I mean, why wouldn't you be confident at home? You're in front of your home crowd, you're on your home court, you're shooting your own rims. It's something that you're really used to.
Boston College's leading scorers, like you mentioned, are Milan Bolden Morris and Georgia Pinot, but Florida State held them to just 10 points in the game. How can they get back into the offense against the Orange?
Yeah, for one, get the ball inside to Pinot. She's been a streaky scorer so far, but if you can get her in that post, you know, she has a big, strong frame. She can get her spots in the post. So if she can just back down her defenders into that basket, get those hook shots up, get that ball right on the bank, she'll do an excellent job there. Getting her involved will be the #1 thing for Boston College because getting those interior shots will help them stay in this basketball game.
Earlier in the season against Syracuse, Pinot had 17 points and 9 rebounds. How tough will it be to kind of duplicate that success?
Beth, you tell a story about when you were younger in the Carrier Dome, standing, sitting in the cheap seats at the Dome and calling the game to yourself. Got to ask you going to be doing that tonight in the Dome?
You know, it will be interesting if we're all sitting together, all the Glickmanites. We'll probably all have our own little running commentary. I often get caught by family members talking to myself, basically just describing the action, whether we're shopping or whether we're at dinner or whether we're actually at a game. So the good thing is all you need now is one of these, and you can record yourself. When I was up in the cheap seats, you know, we had those big Marances you had to kind of strap over your shoulder and actually carry a little microphone with you. I'm glad the technology has made it a lot easier to practice.
And this season has been all about Tiana Mangakahia and her ability to make her teammates better. For more on Syracuse's transition offense, here's Dominique Patrick.
Thanks, Zach. And the way she does it, I mean, she knows how to get down the floor quickly. And she's one of the best in the nation to do it. And what she does is she finds her open teammates. She's averaging a little under 10 assists a game. As you can see, she finds Isis Young right there. And what she's so good at doing is before she even crosses half court, she knows where she's going. Look, her eyes are up at all times. She sees the open lane. She finds Isis Young. She knows where she's going with the basketball. And she finds her right here in the corner. And then we're going to take another look at this, and we're going to see how the defense collapses here in the lane. So they over-collapse, and Tiana Mangakahia sees a lane. She sees her players. She sees them open over here, and this is how she gets the bench involved with her court vision. So that just sums up how Syracuse transition defense happens and how Tiana Mangakahia gets it going for them. Back to you, Zach.